So this video is ostensibly about 5 yoga exercises I do to supplement my regular physical training routine. 5 yoga exercises from the book Fountain of Youth, in which the author discovered some guy who ran around the world looking for the Fountain of Youth, and he ended up at a monastery in Tibet. And he got there, and the Tibetan monks were all hippity-hopping around like gymnasts on a floor routine. And so he finds out that they're 60, 70, 80 years old. And he says to the Lama, what gives here? So the Lama says, well, we've found that there are 5 exercises that if you do them every day, 21 times each, or thereabouts, that it will affect your internal energies, or your energy centers, as they call them, your chakras. And I don't know if it gets them rotating at the same speed or in the same direction, or if it gets them rotating up, or if it changes the frequency or synchronizes the frequency. But supposedly it does something that, of course, we don't witness. Maybe if you were enlightened, you might be able to actually see what is happening. Unfortunately, we can't see it at this point, so we just have to take their word for it and assume that there is some benefit. But in my opinion, as far as all yoga exercises are concerned, the original intention of yoga was to help you develop your spiritual journey, I guess with the goal of spiritual awakening. So it should be actually a supplement to your meditation. Meditation is the best way, I believe, so I've heard, to become more spiritually aware. So if you wanted to meditate or know something about it, basically the point of meditation, in my opinion, is to be totally present. So you see people sitting around with their eyes closed or their eyes open or their legs crossed or whatever they're doing, and they seem to be in some sort of a state. Of course, people can be doing all sorts of things. They could be thinking things, they could be visualizing a day at the beach, they could be giving themselves positive affirmations, they could be praying, or what I prefer to do is to do nothing, as in don't even think of anything. In other words, you need to let your mind stop thinking. So you need to stop words in your mind. And to do this, you need to remain perfectly present. What was that sound? Right when you say, what was that sound? You're right at that moment, you're quiet, you're present, you're not speaking, you're just listening. That's the state that you need to find and maintain as long as you can. Of course, there are ways to help do this. I think, regular breathing and then relaxation is a big key. So you breathe in, breathe out, and then try to focus on relaxing every muscle in your body. So without thinking about it, just focus on relaxing the muscles in your feet and feel it. Try to feel it. Then relax the muscles in your calves, your knees, your thighs, your butt, your back, your shoulders. And if you release each one of these things slowly and you think about it and you take deep breaths, it's going to take some time just to be totally relaxed. And if you can stay focused in the present moment without thinking long enough to relax your body, 10 minutes is going to go by very quickly. And 10 minutes will help. Generally, it's sort of accepted that 20 minutes is a good amount of time for meditation. So that's what I shoot for. Now I sometimes meditate for an hour or more. But of course you have to start slowly. And then the question is, what good is meditation? And it's part of really what the whole magical thing is about energizing your chakras and doing the yoga exercises to advance yourself on the path of spirituality. Meditation, the beautiful thing is you don't have to try to attain anything. You try basically to attain nothing. And you don't ask for anything, you don't hope for anything. You just exist without conversation, without thinking about what your reality is. And good things will come to you. There's the fountain of youth. So I would say that I believe firmly, I know for a fact, that meditation will bring things to you, sometimes subtle, like just a feeling of inner peace, relaxation, satisfaction, an amazement about life, the mystery of life, but a comfort with it. Still maintaining a mystery, but it's okay. In fact, it's wonderful. And you sort of exude kindness, compassion, empathy, and you feel good about it. You want to spread love. And interesting coincidental things will happen to you. I can't really explain all of that, but just try meditating. Try to shoot for 20 minutes at some point, if you have time. If you don't have time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever you can do. Might only be you could do 3 minutes without thinking. But eventually you can stop your mind. You can remain present. And good things will happen to you. So of course this is a magical kind of a thing. We can't really explain it. So we don't try. And the same thing with yoga exercises, in this particular case, these 5 rites that these monks performed to maintain their youthfulness. Now the guy in the book goes so far as to say that it will do wonders for you in that it will reverse aging and stuff of that nature. That might be perfectly true, but it's going to remain a mystery. I personally, from having started these things and done them for, 6 months or something, I've noticed that my blood pressure, which used to be high and medicated, now I've taken the medication level down 50%, so I'm only taking half of the pill and still have very low blood pressure. And a few other things. I feel great. I feel healthier now than I've ever been in my entire life. So who can argue with that? Some of that might just be due to the fact that I'm doing a lot of exercising. Or some of it might be due to these yoga rituals. Now, by the way, he does say that you should do 21 of these things. But generally, I only do 21 if I've already done an exercise routine, so my body's limber and strong. Because to do 21 of these things in a row, all 5, is a lot of work, and you will be sweating. He does say to take a tepid shower afterwards. But I think it's better to do 5 of each every day, and then 6 of each every day. And then if you only get to 10 of each every day, it would be better to do that than to do 21 one day and go, I can't do this again. So if you abbreviate it, I think the benefit will be substantial, more substantial if you can do it every day. And while you're doing these, again, if you can remain present, not think about, work tomorrow or what you have to do afterwards or what's for dinner, any of that stuff. Just the same thing with any exercising. It's a mind-body connection. You need to be concentrating on what you're doing, not something else. Are you bending over as far back as you can? Are you breathing steady in, out, in, out? That sort of thing. And then just believe in the mystery of life, and the mystery of meditation, and the mystery of yoga. But don't try to become enlightened or anything like that. Just let whatever happens happen naturally. This exercise, the first one that you do is a little bit difficult because it kind of stretches you a little bit more than you used to. And then the second one and the third one are a lot easier to do. By the way, you need to wear slippery pants so you can get all the way back down again. And that's where a lot of effort comes in, trying to keep yourself high enough off the ground to go sit back down again, as you will see here shortly. I get pretty tired before I hit to the 21st. Anyway, if you want to try meditation, I have it's about a 5-minute period in the video where I'm meditating. And I will mark that as a chapter on YouTube. And if you want to meditate with me, just click on that chapter. Like I say, it's about 5 or 6 minutes, maybe 7. And just don't think about anything. Watch the trees in the background while I sit there. And you wonder if I'm really meditating. Watch the trees moving in the background. Just look at everything that's in the room. Don't think. Just observe.